Hello kids, today we are going to start the new chapter, chapter 3, multiplication, division and their applications. This is the chapter 3 of your book and we have already done multiplication and division in our previous grades. Okay, so let's have a quick revision of what we have already done as per the book, as per the content given in the book. So first we have the multiplication. This is a 4 by 3 array showing us 4 multiplied by 3 is 12. So kids, what is this? The same thing I'm going to draw over here. We have 4 rows. This is first row, this is second row, third row and the fourth row, right? So we have row 1, I'm denoting row with R, first row, second row, third row and the fourth row. These are the rows. We have 4 rows. So I can write 4 instead of these. And then we have first column, second column and third column. These verticals are the columns and these horizontals are the rows. Okay, and we have 3 rows here. So what we have done, we have denoted 4 by 3 in the form of an array. So 4 multiplied by 3 will give us 12, right? So if you count all these triangles, they are 12 in number. This is nothing, we have just represented the multiplication in the form of array. Similarly, we can also write 12 as 3 into 4, that is 3 rows and 4 columns. And how we have to draw this? We have 3 rows, this is row 1, row 2 and row 3, and then we have 4 columns, column 1, column 2, column 3 and column 4. These are the columns, these are the rows. So we can write 12 as 3 into 4. So if we are writing it as 3 into 4, it will be 3 rows and 4 columns array. And if we are writing 12 as 4 multiplied by 3, in that case we have 4 rows and 3 columns as we have just seen here. Okay, so now this 4 and this 3, they are called as the factors of 12. Okay, so it is also written here that 3 and 4, they are the factors of 12. What are factors? So basically factors are the number which divides the other number completely. So if you try to divide 12 with 3, it is 3 into 4 is 12, remainder is 0. That means 3 is dividing 12 completely. So 3 is a factor of 12. Similarly, if I try to divide 12 with 4, this is 4 into 3 will give us 12, right? So here 4 is also dividing the 12 completely. Okay, so 3 and 4 are the factors of 12. They are factors of 12 as they are dividing this number 12 completely. And if we multiply these two, we will get the product called as 12. This 12 is called as the product. We know that in multiplication we have product. In addition we have sum. In subtraction we have difference. Okay, and in the case of your division we have quotient and remainder. We know all these things. Okay, so let's move further in this chapter. Next is, you can break up both factors into smaller numbers to find the product. So what is written here is that we can further divide this factor, break this factor into smaller numbers and find their product. Okay, so how they have done here is 46 multiplied by 15. So they have broken this 46 into 40 and 6 and 15 into 10 and 5, and then they are multiplying this in an array. Okay, 40 into 10 is 400, 40 into 5 is 200, 6 into 10 is 60 and 6 into 5 is 30, and then finally we have to add all these numbers and we will get the sum. This is one of the ways how we can break this multiplication into smaller parts. Okay, you will learn more ways further in this chapter. So now This is multiplication, which we have already done in the grade 4. Now coming to division. So in division, this is simple, but what we have here is, so they have given the example of 16 and they are dividing it with 3. So the number which is getting divided, it is called as dividend, right? And the number which is dividing the other number is called as divisor. Divisor is always smaller than the dividend. This is always smaller than the dividend. This is first rule of division. Now when we are dividing, this is 3 into 5 will give us 15. 3 is not dividing 16 completely. So we will have 1 as the remainder. 6 minus 5 will give us 1. Here 5 is the quotient. We called it as quotient, and this R is the remainder. Okay, these all things we know already. We have done it already in our previous class, right? So now let's move further in this chapter. We have more about multiplication. So kids, here there are certain ways which have been told how we can do multiplication in different ways. Okay, so the first one is, you know that you can multiply factors in any order and get the same product. So here I am giving the example of 12, which we just did. We have seen that 3 and 4 are factors of 12. They are factors of 12 because they are dividing the 12 completely. So now if I do 3 into 4, we will get 12. And if I write this as 4 multiplied by 3, then also we will get 12. So the same thing has been said here, that you can multiply factors in any order and get the same product. Okay. Also, I could have written this as 3 into 2 into 2. Then also I will get 12. And same here, I could have written this as 2 into 2 into 3. Then also it is 12. So we can write these factors in any order and we will get the same product. Okay. Furthermore, we can also write this as 3 multiplied by 2 will give us 6. So I can write this number here. Wait. Yeah, I can further write down this as 6 into 2. This will give us 12. And here also, I can write down 2 multiplied by 6. This will also give me 12. So, we can write factors in any order, but the product will be same. Same thing has been shown here. Okay. And you can also simplify your questions like this. Now, let us go to the first example. 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5 can be multiplied as 4 into 3 into 5. That is, they have done 4 into 3 together and they have made it as 12 first. See here. Okay. 4 into 3 is in red. So that means they are multiplying this together. They are making it as 12. So here we have 12 into 5 as is will give us 60. Right. This is one way. Second is, we are keeping 4 as is. We are multiplying 3 and 15 to get 3 and 5 to get 15. Okay. So 4 multiplied by 15 is also giving us 60. Right. And in the last one, we can multiply 4 and 5 together to get 20 and keeping 3 as is. So 20 into 3 will also give us 60. So similar thing what we just learned has done with 4 into 3 into 5 here, where they have written the factors in any order, but every time the answer, the product will be same. Similarly, we have next question here which I am taking. 4 multiplied by 9 multiplied by 25. This is the another example. So we have different ways to do this. First is, I can multiply 4 and 25 together. We know that 4 into 25 is 100. And now 9 is as is. We will multiply 9 with 100 to get 900 here. Okay. So this is one way where how we can do this. Other way is, we can do 9 into 4 is 36 into 25. Then also we will get 900 as the answer. But it is always easy to break down the number into smaller numbers because it is easy to multiply them. Right? Next, this is one way that we can write the factors in any order and the multiplication of them will give us the same product. Second is, you can also break up one factor and use the strategy given above. So now here what it is given is that 12 into 25 is given to us, and we can break this 12 into in the form of 3 into 4, right? So what we are doing here is we are breaking 12 into 3 into 4, and 25 is as is. And now we know that 4 multiplied by 25 is 100. So we will get 3 multiplied by 100 is equal to 300. Okay. So this is one way of doing this question. Third way is, if you double one factor and half the another, then also the product will be same here. Okay. So in this case, the example given to us is C part. 3 multiplied by 8 is, we know that 3 multiplied by 8 is 24. Okay. So now let's do one thing. Let's double 3. Double of 3 is 6. And let's half 8. Okay. We will half this number 8. Half of 8 is 4. So if we multiply these two, then also we will get 24. Okay. So this is the method, third method of doing the multiplication questions. Now, before moving to the exercise 3a, quickly again I will tell you the three methods which we just learned. The first method is, we can multiply factors in any order to get the same product. Second is, we can break the bigger number into smaller number so that we can multiply them easily. And the third is, we can double one number and half the another number and then multiply them, then also the product will be same. Okay. So kids, now I hope that you have understood all the three things. Now let's start with exercise 3a, and I'm going to pick, see, we have to multiply here and we have to show the strategy we are using. Strategy means out of these methods, we have to tell which methods we are using. So I am doing question number for A part, I am doing C part, and I am doing I part here. Okay, let's do the A part first. A is 2 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 50. Okay, so now what I am going to do is, I am going to change the order. I am writing this as 7 into 2 into 50. Okay, and then I will multiply these two first. So we have 7 into 100, which will give us 700. Easy. So what we have done, we have changed the order and then we have multiplied them. This is the first part. Then we have question number C here, which is 5 multiplied by 8 multiplied by 20. Here also I am doing the same thing. I am changing the order. I am keeping 8 here on the first place and then I am moving 5 to second place and then 5 into 20. Now I am multiplying these two together and keeping 8 as is. 5 into 20 will give me 100. So we are left with 8 multiplied by 100, which is equal to 800. Right? Easy. Next we have I. I is 24 into 25. So now kids, what I am going to do here is, I am going to break this 24. I can write 24 as 6 multiplied by 4. The factors, these two are the factors of 24, because if I multiply these two, I'll get 24. Both of these numbers, they divide the 24 completely, right? So we have 6 into 4. Instead of 24, I am breaking it into 6 into 4. And then I am keeping 25 as is. Right? Now, what I am doing next is, I am keeping 6 as is. And now I am multiplying this 4 with 25. I am multiplying this 4 into 25 here. So 4 into 25 will again give me 100. And 6 multiplied by 100 is 600. So first of all, what we need to we what we need to remember here is we should know the tables, okay, the tables of all the numbers, and then we should know that how we can break them. We should know how to find out their factors. So the basic thing is you should know the table of these numbers so that you can easily break them and then we can easily multiply them. Okay, so this is one thing. Next, let us also do the J part here. The J part is 45 multiplied by 20. And let me use the double and half method here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to double 45. See kids, what we have to do here is we have to see the numbers and we have to identify which number is easy to do half and which number is easy to do the double. So we can see here, if I do the half of 45, we will get the number in decimal. So let us not half it and let us double it, this number. The double of 45, I'm writing double here. The double of 45 is 90. Okay. And also I am making half of 20 here. I am making half of 20 here. Half of 20 is 10. So we'll have 90 into 10, which will give me 900. So if you try to multiply 45 into 20, it will give us 900. And if we will do double and half, also it will give us 900. Okay. So now I feel that you understand all the methods here. Okay. And now let us go to the second question, which for that I'm just going to remove this part. In question number 22, we have to solve the question using the double and half strategy. Okay, so let's do B and D part of it. I'm picking the B part and the D part. B is 12 into 30. So here it is very easy. We can double one number and we can half the other number. Okay, let us try to half 12 here. So half of 12 is 66. Half of 12 is 6. And let's double this number. I'm writing double here and half here. Okay, half of 12 is 6. Double of 30 is 60. And 6 multiplied by 60 is 6 into 6 is 36 and 0 as is. So we have 360 as answer. Okay. Next is D part. In the D part, we have 16 into 30. 16 into 30. So again, I'm going to do half 16. Half of 16 is 8. And I'm going to double 30. Double of 30 is 60. Right? And now let us multiply. 8 into 6 is 48 and 0 as is. So this is the answer. So kids, if you want to verify also that if you have done wrong or not, you can also try and multiply these in rough and the answer should be same. Okay. But here we were told to use the double and half strategy and that's the reason we are doing it this way. Okay. Now, third is fill in the boxes. 2 multiplied by 5 is equal to 100 and then we have to find out 4 multiplied by 50. 2 into 50 is 100. We have to see 4 into 50. So kids, it's very easy. We know that 4 is double of 2. Okay. And rest the thing is same. So that means the answer will also be double here. So 4 into 5 is 200. Okay. See. Into 50 we are multiplying by 50. It is same in both the cases. In the first part we have 2 and in the second part we have 4, which is double of 2. That means the answer will also be double. Okay. Next is we have 4 multiplied by 25 is equal to 100. This, and we have to find out 8 multiplied by 25. So in both the cases we are multiplying by 25. There is no change to it. In the first part we have 4 and in the second part it is double of 4, that is 8. So that means the answer will be double of 100. So again it is 200. Okay. So kids, this brings us to the end of this class where we have learned the 3 methods of multiplication. and we have completed our exercise. So the questions which we have not done, they are homework for you. Please go through those questions, and if you feel that there is any query or confusion, you can always email me and I will take it over another video. Okay, so I will see you all in the next class now. Thank you.